all on Airplane Repo. One thing that I think makes a good repo reality show is when it feels like they are borderline committing crimes and not within the bounds of our laws whatsoever. So, most repo reality shows. But no show nails this feeling quite like Discovery Channel's Airplane Repo. And if you don't know what this show is about, normally this is the point where I would make a joke about how obviously they repo planes, but that is somehow not always the case. They do repo airplanes. And everything else under the sun, apparently. Most of the time, it feels like you're pulling teeth to get an actual airplane repossessed on this show. I don't know why. Last episode we watched, they repoed a car, a monster truck, and a plane, which ended up turning into one of the guys busting an illegal wildlife smuggling operation on Airplane Repo. So I thought, since it's been a while, let's check back in with our boys and see what planes we're not going to repo today. Specifically, Season 3, Episode 7. Hired Guns, with the description, Ken and Danny repo a tour bus. Kevin faces armed guards on a nighttime repo, and Mike is caught in a gun smuggling operation. All on Airplane Repo. Normally when we see disclaimers like this, I always say that they don't have to worry because nobody is going to attempt what we're about to see, but with this show, I don't think anyone can do what we're about to see, even if we wanted to.
Crew with my buddy Ken. I've used him in the past on several aircraft repossessions. He's a pretty good pilot.
Good hunt in this area.
Oh, yeah.
If we get this job done, maybe we'll come back and do some deer hunting. What do you think?
So this is our main repoman, Kevin, and I don't remember if it was him or another guy in the show that I made the same joke about them looking like they'd go home after filming and demolish a case of Milwaukee's Best. Regardless, it fits. And right now, him and his pilot buddy are doing some aerial reconnaissance on a future repo that we will see more of later on.
If he manages to take the plane, Kevin will get up to 10% of the resale value, or $75,000.
Well guys, it's that time of year where I've already done little to none of the things on my New Year's resolution list. Except work on my Spanish. While I still haven't worked on it as much as I would like, what I have learned has been made easier with the sponsor of today's video. Babbel. Not only is Babbel one of the longest running sponsors on my channel, they're also one of the top language learning apps in the world, helping you learn a new language whether it be through the Babbel app, live online lessons, or even podcasts. I've always wanted to learn Spanish because so many of my friends speak it and well, we're getting there. For me, it's also a form of self-improvement because often in my life I am not learning new things, so it's nice when I actually do so. And Babbel's the best language learning app for me because no matter how long I go without learning, they make it super easy to jump back in and get right into the swing of things again.
¿Usted es la señora García?
Usted es la señora García. Hey. And if Babbel isn't right for you, they offer a 20-day money-back guarantee. So if you want to try out Babbel for yourself, use my link in the description to get 60% off your subscription. Let me know if you guys try it, and let me know in the comments what language you'd like to learn. Thank you to Babbel for sponsoring, and now back to the video.
But first, Kevin and Ken have to get to it, and thanks to the debtor's location, that won't be easy.
The plane they're going to be repoing is being stored on a private airstrip community in the guy's backyard that they cannot land on, so they're going to have to park far away and hike on foot.
Kevin and Ken will return and trek over the rugged terrain by foot.
Which I cannot imagine his friend is stoked about. I'm pretty sure he just thought they were going to be going up and doing a little bit of flying and maybe get some lunch. Not the guerrilla warfare operation that they will be conducting later on.
And in Florida, repo man Mike Kennedy's just finished one.
Well, I'm glad that job's done.
Yeah.
Mike's just returned from a long line of repossessions.
Okay, now that I'm looking at Mike, I'm pretty sure he was the one that I made that beard joke about last video, but to be honest, they're all the same guy, different fonts. Except Danny. Danny is not only a different font, but he is in bold.
Hello.
Hey, is this Mike?
Yep, sure is.
Oddly enough, this call isn't from a bank, but from someone Mike has never met before.
I really need you to use the utmost discretion on this one.
So that's no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I just got you on speakerphone here with my wife, and we're filming a show for cable TV. What's up?
I even need you to fly low enough not to have a flight plan. I just really need you to be discreet.
Don't have a flight plan. All right, well, what's up with that?
So for this repo job, Mike is going to be repoing a plane from this guy's son. On the down low. That means flying low, no flight plan, this is a discreet operation. So who knows what will come of this. This being Airplane Repo, I can't imagine anything quiet.
That's odd.
And 600 miles to the northwest, the same can be said for repo team Ken Cage and Danny Thompson. Tonight, they're in Music City.
And finally, onto our C-plot for the episode. Ken and Danny. I'm going to warn you right now, we're going to be switching back and forth between all of these subplots the entire episode, and it gets unnecessarily hectic towards the end doing so. But our dream team here is tasked with repossessing a tour bus from a musician that is 8 months late on his payments.
He's just a womanizer. Big-time playboy. Loves to live the big life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I'm starting to think that neither of these guys are licensed to fly a plane because so far all I've seen them do is repo landlocked vehicles. The car and monster truck from the last video, and now the tour bus, which they are also not licensed to drive.
Neither Ken nor Danny is a licensed tour bus driver, so Ken's brought one along.
These guys call in for help like the Pawn Stars guys do with experts because they know a guy that can do just about anything, which really comes in handy with Ken and Danny because at this point, I'm not even confident they have valid driver's licenses. And then these guys just tag along with them on what always feels like a crime. Technically, I think they're operating somewhere within the law, but it does feel like they're breaking 7 laws at any given moment.
At 45 feet long, it has room for 25 lucky passengers. It's equipped with flat-screen TVs, a wet bar, a galley, a bathroom, bunk beds, and all the creature comforts.
Damn, did you guys see that shit? Flat screen TVs? Holy shit, I've never seen more than one in person.
It looks like the coast is clear, so I'm gonna go try and take the bus.
As far as their plan goes, Ken is going to pretend to be an insurance rep doing a surprise inspection on the bus, and well, that plan goes to shit in about 5 seconds.
Sir, you have to leave. You're not authorized to be back here.
He's ordered away from the bus and off the premises in no uncertain terms.
I need my 5 minutes on the bus.
If you don't leave, sir, we're gonna have you arrested.
So their options are now to either slip in and try again before the debtor comes back to the bus, because apparently he just lives on that bus, so he's going to be sleeping there later tonight, or they try to meet up with the bus in LA for its next stop in the morning. What are they going to do? Well, cleverly, wait until the next morning and try again in LA, thus wasting the last 2 minutes of our life.
Danny and I are gonna have to follow this bus out to Los Angeles and get it there. This has turned out to be a tough one.
Damn it.
Ken and Danny have to hit the road. And that's exactly what Mike Kennedy's doing in Georgia.
If there is one thing the airplane repo crew has, it's no fucking jurisdiction. They will follow you to the edge of the earth to get whatever the hell they are repoing from you, whether it be a truck, a bus, a nuclear submarine, God forbid an airplane of any kind.
Mike's looking for the debtor, and it turns out the debtor's also looking for Mike.
You Rick? This Rick guy's the debtor. I don't know how he's gonna react to his airplane being repossessed, so I'm gonna have to play this one real cool.
Checking back in with Mike, it seems to be going smooth. A little too smooth for an airplane repo, if you ask me.
The debtor accepts blame for the situation. He even offers to guide Mike to the aircraft without a fight, which is a first for the longtime repo man.
This guy's cooperating 100% and he's giving Mike everything he needs.
The debtor even reassures Mike that the plane is fueled up, in sound shape, and contains the logbooks that verify its mechanical history.
But everything checks out, so they take off. That's it.
And it's heavy as hell.
Bottom slope.
And it's barely climbing.
The only hiccup so far is that the plane feels a little bit heavier and more sluggish than it should, so, we'll see.
Engine's developing full torque. What the hell is going on?
Now, while we wait for something worth being on TV to happen there, let's see what Kevin and his buddy, who didn't sign up for this shit, are up to.
Hey, why is that I always end up with the heavy bag?
You okay?
Yeah.
Come on, keep up.
Well, they're hiking. Back to the tour bus plotline now.
I got us a new driver.
You did?
Yeah.
Good. I was thinking about that, man.
This guy's probably actually better than the guy we even had before. So keep going straight.
Well, fuck that other bus driver, I guess. Damn.
Ken's used his connections to get Danny a one-day gig as a roadie on the singer's tour. It's a ruse the guys hope will get them access to the bus and ultimately allow them to snatch it.
Alright, I gotta give him credit on this because Danny going undercover here, perfect casting. He fits this role like a glove.
Danny's on a crucial reconnaissance mission. He and Ken need to find out when the bus will be unoccupied and unattended. But it's not a question Danny can ask without arousing suspicion.
Now, hopefully you're following these 3 consecutive storylines so far. I would hope so, because nothing much has happened yet. But oftentimes with this show, they will spend the most time on the least interesting of those plot lines, like this tour bus, and not so much time on the shit I really want to see, like, why is that plane so heavy? Why was it so easy to get a hold of? So many questions. There was only 2 questions, but feels like a lot for a show like this. Now, being the master of deduction that I am, I assume that those 2 things have something in common. The fact that it's so heavy and the fact that it was so easy to get possession of. But I guess we will see more on that later, because we have got to check in with Kevin and his friend just trekking through the woods. Except this time, it's dark.
And in the dark Texas woods, getting closer to their goal, a Cessna Citation parked on the airstrip behind a luxury mansion is also a top priority for Kevin Lacey and his accomplice Ken.
You know, this feels a lot like a Mountain Monsters episode, where it's just a bunch of grown men with cameras out in the woods at night playing pretend, doing heists. Only these guys are mostly operating within the law, as well as the realm of reality, which something I cannot say the same thing for the Mountain Monsters crew. And for a second, things get pretty intense.
Watch out, there's a big-ass rock there.
It looks like all of Kevin's preparation didn't tell him everything, because he now sees he and Ken aren't the only ones patrolling the property.
Cameraman, douse that light. Douse that light. Turn that damn thing on.
Oh, thank God, I was beginning to see a little too much of what's going on.
The debtors hired security guards, and Kevin and Ken will have to scramble to stay out of sight.
Luckily, this isn't the first time Kevin's taken a life.
Every home in this community has a standardized security installation. Kevin's planned ahead and downloaded the floor plans and security setup for their target house.
Well, isn't that convenient for them?
So the plan is we're going to go out here, we're going to set this alarm system off. And we're just going to keep irritating the crap out of them by setting it off multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a row, 5 times, however long it takes. There you go. I'll show you how to do this crap.
One thrown rock shows the motion detectors are working just fine.
Me.
So now we see those armed guards that we read about in the episode description, and it looks like they mean business. Because of the guns. And Kevin's plan is to just keep setting off the security alarm over and over again until they think that it's acting up, they disable it, thus giving our guys a chance to make a break for it. Which, not a bad plan. I'm not one to say though, although I don't think I will ever find myself in this situation, so I don't know what plan I would have come up with, but seems fine to me. But now we're finally back to Mike and this heavy-ass plane. I'm excited to see what I'm assuming is no progress being made before probably just cutting back to the tour bus.
Once on the ground, Mike wants answers.
Holy, that's not what I was expecting to find.
Well, I have been made a fool because we have made some significant discoveries. Looks like our guys found themselves in the middle of a good old-fashioned illegal arms deal. Just like the episode description said, I forgot all about that.
Repo specialist Kevin Lacey and his accomplice Ken are trying to infiltrate a guarded compound to repossess a $750,000 plane.
You see, it's really all about the wording here, because when you say accomplice, it makes me feel like we're straying further and further away from the law.
We're gonna make them think their system's screwed up. Wake that sucker up again.
All right, here we go.
Jesus, don't watch this show mid-afternoon with the blinds open. I can't see shit for dick half this episode.
Damn. Good shot.
If the plan works, the guards won't be paying attention when Kevin and Ken set them off once they sprint to the plane.
You know, it makes sense why this guy wasn't able to make his private plane payments, given the fact that he has 24/7 armed security guards patrolling the perimeter of this compound.
This time, the debtor himself orders his henchmen to shut off the system until the problem can be fixed, and then sends them to check out the far reaches of the property.
This guy decides they're gonna go patrol the perimeter to see what's going on.
Oh, they're leaving.
Oh crap, they're getting... Hey, that truck's gonna come right at us. Cameraman, get your ass down. Hide behind that tree.
I have a fucking name, dude.
Kevin's hoping he can keep guns far away from the plane. But for Mike Kennedy, the guns are already on the plane.
So as Kevin attempts to repo this plane, we, to my surprise, cut back to the arms deal. I was for sure we were going to be seeing way more of the lame plotline for this episode.
How's it going, mate?
Hey, didn't you just tell me you just recently repo'd a PC-12?
I did.
Where did you pick that airplane up?
I picked it up in Georgia.
Where'd you take it?
I took it to El Paso.
Hey guys, another interruption. Quick reminder to once again go follow me on all my social medias at Chris the James everywhere, as well as send me stuff in my P.O. box. Mostly babes. I'm always taking babes. I'll never say no to a babe. But yeah, P.O. box on screen and in the description of every one of my videos. You'll find everything in my descriptions. If you ever have a question, check the description first. It's probably there.
This is no airplane repo. This is a gun smuggling operation. Those guys are doing that all the time with the same airplane. They're using us as damn mules.
Once Mike learns he's being used as a gun-smuggling mule, he calls his buddy at the ATF. Because of course he has a buddy at the ATF, and he fills him in on this whole situation, and then decides to fly the plane back to where he got it before any suspicion arises. Will a giant shootout ensue? Who knows with airplane repo? All I know is that things will probably not go as planned. With that being said, we finally cut back to the tour bus heist. I know it's what you're all dying to see, so here you go, one guy out there.
Hey man, this is Mike, one of the roadies.
Danny pretends to need help loading equipment.
If you've got about 5 minutes, man, I could use a big guy like you over here moving some trunks around.
And the phone call does the trick.
I got the back. All right, I got you, bro. Yeah.
Whoa, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
God, come here, kid.
I love this cartoonish shit they have to pull when the debtor comes back unexpectedly. Like, it's such a Disney Channel predicament they've gotten themselves in.
Mike Kennedy's in a race against time.
And just like that, after 20 seconds, we're back to a different storyline. This is what I was talking about when I said it gets more intense as the episode goes on. It is so back and forth, so fast. You will get whiplash if you follow this episode too closely.
High-speed heavyweight landing.
There we go.
Mike was fast.
Just make this thing look like we were never even here.
Unfortunately, the crooks were faster.
Because after making just a tad bit of headway with this arms deal, it's, you guessed it, right back to the...
And on the other side of the country, Ken Cage and Danny Thompson's repo job has put them in hiding.
This is our little lounge area.
Very nice.
Where we shall do some lounging before the show.
We see him sitting there, he's making his moves on this girl, using terrible lines and making out with her.
What if I stole a little kiss from you?
I can't believe this. Danny and I are forced to hide while this singer comes on board with some groupie.
Okay.
All right, you
All
go.
right, I got
I'll
it.
meet you there.
Okay, bro.
Dave, hey, it's Ken. Listen, you got to get here now. There's a group of angry roadies pounding on the bus. Do you know what's hit the fan?
It's okay, man. Hands off on him, man.
I love Danny still trying to be in character with these guys as if he wasn't just opening the barricade 20 feet behind them a second ago.
Let's go!
Now, if you're like me, you probably forgot there's a third plot line going on where they're repoing that plane in the dead of night.
Watch out for that tree. There's a brick wall here.
These guys, I don't know how long they're gonna be gone. All I know is I'm kind of in a crunch here for time.
Damn it, Kenny, come on.
Also, I don't know what medication Kevin is on, but I'll take 2, because he is the calmest person I have ever seen in my entire life. Not an ounce of emotion on that face. It's truly incredible.
Where are you at? Let's roll. You ready? Yeah. We gotta get that camera. Get in, cameraman.
Dude, my name's fucking Justin.
What's the matter?
This left side ain't starting. No, I ain't. Oh, no.
So, a little bit of a hitch. Only one of the plane's engines are working, so Kevin's got to go underneath and take a look and see if he can fix it. And if you're like me and you know a lot about plane engines, all of this should be pretty basic stuff to you.
So I ripped that panel off down there at the wing root, cut the cannon plug connector loose with the safety wire, pulled it loose, used the safety wire to jump across the 2 pins in the connector.
Give it a shot. Oh yeah, baby.
Pressure switch bypassed. We're good to go, baby.
They're back.
Another kind of trouble is heading Kevin's way.
Stop the plane! No, don't shoot the plane!
And right as trouble's about to show up on their doorstep, you guessed it, Bunny.
Ready? So what we have going on here today is it's a fundraiser for the baseball league I've been involved in since I was like 5 years old. We're out here, skills competition, having some fun with the kids and raising some money.
And one of the kids' dad's behind on his truck payments, so I figured we'd take this opportunity and, take care of that.
What I hope to accomplish by coaching all of the kids is to give them a positive role model. Baseball is just great for teaching life lessons, and that's what we do, try and build that confidence and teach them those lessons.
All right, now that we got that sincere moment out of the way, it's time to get back to our gun-toting, security-guarded compound airplane repo operation.
Stop the plane! Stop the plane!
Let her rip.
Sure, Kevin Lacey's had a rough and tumble night, but no doubt the $75,000 he just pocketed will help him sleep like a baby. Kevin's ready to put this night behind him, but in California, Ken Cage and Danny Thompson are very concerned with what's in front of them.
Wait, I thought they got the bus already, and it was a success. That's why they showed that baseball game like, oh yeah, after a good repo, I like to let off some steam at a ball game, but apparently it's still going on. God, this episode feels like it's 3 hours long.
Just go! Get out! We're not stopping! We're not stopping!
Hey, get off this bus right now! Were you just opening the barricade a second ago?
Got him. Go! Get up here!
Woo! Woo!
But a $60,000 repo fee is music to Ken and Danny's ears.
I like how Danny slapped that fist bump away, to then a few seconds later initiate his own fist bump, leading me to believe that Danny has to be the first to bump in a fist bump as a display of dominance. As if having the body of the Incredible Hulk underneath human skin isn't already a display of dominance.
But Mike Kennedy's story might have a different ending.
I'm not going anywhere with that plane.
Holy shit, guys, I already forgot about this plotline. They have got to slow down with the going back and forth. My mind can only take so much. It's only so elastic before it just snaps.
The veteran repo man unwittingly took on a gun smuggling operation.
You guys ever find yourself unwittingly taking on a gun smuggling operation at work? It happens to the best of us, okay? Don't act all high and mighty.
My best friend's a leopard who bit off part of my finger. I'm not afraid of you, pal.
I don't believe I've heard that saying before.
At last, the call Mike made earlier to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms is paying off. Law enforcement swoops in to drop the hammer on the gun smuggler. But the man is still armed, and until he drops his weapon, everyone within firing range remains in danger.
Where was he going? Was he going to make a run for it on that fucking tractor?
Mike won't make a dime off this aborted repo. But though he's had a bad day, the busted gun smugglers had a worse one. He'll be in jail a long time.
So now after the 2 episodes we have watched so far, Mike has not made a dime repoing anything. He's sort of just taken on the role of hero, bringing people to justice, whether it be illegal wildlife smuggling or weapons. He is a crime magnet. But yeah, yet to see him repo a single thing.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think I'm ready for a cold beer.
Me too.
When you're a repo man, a crash course in brand new subjects is part of the job.
Sounds like they're about to break into a Skillshare ad right now.
Kevin Lacey learned all about security lights. Ken Cage and Danny Thompson learned about life on tour and came away with a renewed appreciation for musicians. Mike Kennedy, well, he learned all about gun smuggling, and though he didn't make one thin dime, he did get to stay alive.
And we, the audience, got to learn all of this firsthand by seeing these storylines interwoven in the most chaotic way possible. So, who are the real winners? I'm asking you guys, who are the real winners? Who won today? Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed taking another look at Airplane Repo, and what a wild ride it was. More planes repoed than I thought. If you enjoyed, as always, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share with your friends. It all helps me out a ton. Don't forget to go follow me on all my social medias at ChrisTheJames everywhere. If you're new here, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date on all of my uploads. And thank you once again to Babbel for sponsoring. Don't forget to use my link below for 60% off your subscription. And with all that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.